Hello everyone and welcome back to Future Justice Talk. This is me, Zainab Tehreem, Justicewali, 13 years old, level 1 student at Rehan School Online Academy. Today I'm really excited and super happy because I have a chance to talk with someone truly amazing, Mr. Daniel. Um, Dan is from Northport, New York, and he studied at Alaska Fairbanks. He's someone who believes in growing, learning, and helping others himself, and I really like that. So it's really honored to have him today, Mr. Dan. I really thank you so much for joining me. Um, I really appreciate it.
You're very
So
welcome. Thank you.
thank you so much. Mr. Dan, can you please tell me a little bit about yourself and how did it all begin for you?
Yeah, thank you. I'm currently 66 years old. I was born in Northport, New York in 1959, and I did all of my schooling there as far as my grade schooling and my high school. And then when I was 18, I first left to go to college in Washington State, which is on the far northwest part of the United States. And from there, I was able to get a job in Alaska working in a cannery. And so I went up to Alaska and I loved it because it was very, very different from New York. New York is very crowded, as you know. It has very many people that are there. It's pretty flat. It doesn't have mountains. And when I got to Alaska, the two things I liked was it had beautiful mountains and there wasn't too many people. There was plenty of people to make friends, but not too many people that you're crowded together and have big traffic jams. So after I worked at the cannery, I went to apply for school in the University of Alaska Fairbanks. And I had decided that I wanted to become a geologist. I knew that I loved the outdoors so much that I wanted to have a job that was outdoors. So I looked to become a geologist so that I would be able to work in the beautiful wilderness that Alaska had. And so I did my schooling there, and then I worked for about 10 years in the summer times. In the winter times, of course, in Alaska, it's very cold and very snowy. And in winter times, it's very difficult to do geology in the field. So I began to work in the summers, and then in the winter times, I would go skiing, cross-country skiing, which is my favorite sport. And I would sometimes work other jobs, like as a cab driver or a school bus driver, or selling firewood. Because Alaska is very cold, people need a lot of heat, and some people use a wood stove. And so I would go out and I would collect firewood and then sell the firewood. And that's how I would get through the winter until my next field job started. So that's how I came to Alaska.
Wow, it's really amazing that how you came and your journey is also really amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Um, I want to ask you that what really inspired you to study at University of Alaska Fairbanks?
I think it was as a young person, a lot of times, many young people they want to have adventure. They want to go someplace different from where they grew up. And so I think what made me want to go to Alaska was to the adventure. And but then I found a job that I liked. I really liked the exploration. After 10 years in working in the field in Alaska, I went back to school and I got my PhD, my doctorate. And that allowed me to be able to do work year round because even in Alaska, when it's too much snow to do geology, the snow covers up the rocks, of course. You can still do work, research work inside a laboratory or research work where you're writing reports, so forth. So that helped me expand my career by getting the advanced degree.
Wow, it's really amazing. So you mentioned geology or something like this. So can you please tell me what is that?
Okay, geology, if if you look at the studies, you can a lot of times go back to the Greek origin of the word. So many sciences use either the Latin language or the Greek language to come up with their terms. So in the case of geology, it's two Greek words, geos, which in Greek means earth or world, and ology or logos, which means study. So geology is the study of the earth.
Oh wow, it's amazing. So you like this subject.
Yes, I do. It's mostly what we do. Most of there's different kinds of geology. Like, for example, some people could work in seismology. Now, that's another Greek word, seismology. So in this case, it's the study of, the logos is the study of movement, seismos. So that would be geologists who study earthquakes. Then, of course, you have volcanology, which is geologists that just study volcanoes. So there's a lot of different things you can work in geology. I work as mainly with rocks. So a lot of what I do is rock identification.
Wow, it's amazing, like ology, and ology. Wow, it's they're so much different. So you mentioned
Mhm.
that you do rock identification. What is that?
Rock identification. So it's when you go and you'll be sent to a certain place, and there's usually some people just look at rocks, just that's their job is to look at rocks and to make a map. So, a map that if you look at a regular map that will show you where the towns are, where the streets are, where the mountains are. A geologic map will show you the different kinds of rocks that there are and where they're at. And so for some of what geologists do is to just go and make a map that shows where all the different types of rocks are. My job, though, specifically is to look for gold. And of course, every culture knows what gold is. Of course, in India and Pakistan and your part of the world, people like gold very much. They for weddings, for celebrations, not so much, or I think so. But and so at any rate, that's my job is to go out and try to find big gold deposits. But we use geology to do that. The geology, the types of rocks that gold likes to be in, and what those rocks look like for very specific things we look for. And that's when we find those things, then we hope that we can find a large gold deposit. So that's the part of geology that I work in. Now, what some people call that is they call it economic geology. So economy, of course, is the study of of money. And so what I do is I actually look for things that can make money. And so that's a little bit different than, say, a purely academic geologist who just looks for or just maps rocks or just does things just for study. So my thing is I do it for study, but it's also to try to make money.
Wow, it's interesting that you work as a geologist and like
Hmm.
they help and you work with rocks and take out of gold. So
Hmm.
I want to add that is it hard like to take golds from the stones like in the rocks they are? So is it hard or it's easy to do?
It can be, it's very difficult. And a lot of times, see, there's different kinds of gold deposits. Some kinds of gold deposits that just occur in creeks. And those gold deposits that occur in creeks, people can go and they can take a pan because gold is very heavy, and they can take a pan and they can get the gold directly out of the creeks. That's called placer mining, and a lot of people do that for fun. Where there's gold deposits, people will do that for fun. They'll go out and they'll just try to find some gold, maybe make enough to uh, to sell. And but the kind of the gold deposits I look for are very big, large, open pit gold deposits. And actually, Pakistan has some very good potential for both gold and copper deposits. So there are a lot of people who are working in Pakistan now and working with the Pakistan government to try to develop these very large deposits. Some of these deposits have both gold and copper together, which makes it very valuable because not only are you able to get gold out of these deposits, but you can get copper as well. And Pakistan has some very good prospects for that. So mostly, yeah. So where I've worked so far is I worked in Alaska. Now I live in Reno. I live in Reno, Nevada, which Nevada, people know of Nevada as Las Vegas, but actually, it's a big state. It's very big. It's probably almost the same size as Pakistan. It's a very large state, and it has a lot of gold deposits in it. And I'm working in Reno, Nevada now, but before this, I was working in both Africa and Mexico. And so that's one of the things about being a geologist is usually you get to travel a lot because the gold deposits won't come to where you are. You have to go to where they are to try to find them.
Wow, it's interesting that how you do it, and yeah, I like that. And you're also a traveler. With that, like looking like you have to go to other countries and take gold from there. Because I'm really sorry because I really don't have any information about these rocks and stones and gold because I don't know what to do. And yeah, so I want to ask
Mm.
that on the Facebook I see your quit. It was what doesn't kill you make you stronger. So what does that mean?
Yeah. Uh, well, oh, that's on my Facebook site. So it's a saying that and that a lot of people say it is they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And you could think of that. I mean, you can think of that in let's say that you live in a country and that it's very hard to live there because you have to work so hard just to get, your food and your water and uh, and so but you do that. You get your food and your water and then uh, and and you build yourself a house and all of that. In order to be able to do that, you get strong doing that because as somebody who has a very easy life, who somebody brings them all their food and builds their house for them, and uh, it makes life too easy for them. They don't get strong because you get strong by having to work for everything that you get. And that's why that saying is what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Mine is a little bit of a joke because it says what doesn't kill you makes you stranger. But that's kind of a joke that
Oh, sorry, I think so. Okay, okay. So it's wow, the meaning is really, really amazing, and I really love that. I really searched on that, but I want to ask you that what does it mean to you personally, and I like that what does it mean to you. So I want to ask that you work with like you worked in your life and what were the challenges you faced in your career and how did you overcome them?
when I was just going to school and I didn't have any money and I had to make money to pay for my schooling and so forth. I lived in Alaska. I lived in a cabin. Now a cabin is like a small house. And the way we refer to it in Alaska, it's usually a house that doesn't have its own heat, and it doesn't have its own water. So um, you have to find a stove, a heating device, and a lot of times that heating device will run on wood. So what makes one of the things that makes you stronger if you have to go out and collect your wood, that actually makes you physically stronger because it's very hard. You have to chop down trees and cut them up. And two, three times I built the my own cabin, or I helped a friend, or once I got after I got married, my wife and I built a cabin together. So that's also hard work because you have to move all the materials to where the cabin is going to be. In some cases, we used the logs to do it. So a log is like a long tree that you cut into sections and then you take those logs and you build a house with them. And so that also makes you very strong. But in order to get a job as a geologist, I also had to study very hard as well. And so, any rate, um, I so that makes you strong mentally when you have to study very hard and you have to remember what you learn. So that's why I think that the struggles that you have as you go on and you decide what you like and what you want to be, then um, those are the things that make you stronger. They make you stronger physically and they make you stronger mentally. Like, um, if you want to be a journalist, let's say, because that's kind of what you're doing right now. What you're doing right now is what a journalist does, right? And that's very hard work too, because you have to find the person you want to talk to. You have to get them to agree to talk with you. You have to get them not to show up on time and not to oversleep like I did yesterday. So it's hard work and that's good and so you should be very proud of yourself for making this happen.
Thank you so much. It's okay that you overslept yesterday. And yeah,
Mhm.
um, so I want to ask you that what is the one lesson that you learned, the most important lesson that you learned all through your life? Like, what was it?
I think the most important lesson that I learned is to be kind to people because no matter what you do, for me, I go somewhere and I try to find a big gold deposit and but if there are people living there, they have to want you to succeed. They have to want you to succeed. And if you're kind to them, and if you share some of the money that you get from your company, you share some money with them, either by hiring them or by, you know, renting some of their land for a short time. But if you're kind to people, then they'll help you, and it makes you feel good. It's the most important thing. So I would say that's my most important lesson is to be kind.
Oh, to be kind and to be positive. I also really
Right.
like to be kind, but I don't think so. I'm kind to others. Um, yeah, I don't think so. I'm kind, but I'll try my best to be person. So,
Well, even when you're young, you can practice being kind with your sisters and your brothers.
it's hard to be kind with your brothers and your sisters because
Yeah,
little
I
siblings.
know. It's hard for me. It's hard for me even now to be kind to all my sisters and brothers, actually.
Yeah, I have my siblings. They are like some are younger and one is just older, and they are like they all like my masters. They do like
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, especially my brothers, not sisters that much, but my brothers. One of
Oh,
them.
yeah.
So it's really
Yes.
hard to be kind with them.
Ellen,
Yeah.
would it be okay for you if I showed you my wife?
Oh yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, just 1 minute. She's getting ready.
Oh, no
Yeah,
problem.
so it's a hard thing to do. It's hard to be kind, especially like as you know in the United States right now. As you probably know, people are fighting politically, Some people like the president, some people don't like the president, and it's very hard because sometimes people even there it causes problems in their family, whether they like some politician or don't like him, right? So it's hard to be kind, but that's it's probably the most important thing I've learned in my life is that if you're kind, even if the other person doesn't isn't kind to you back, at least you feel good that you tried to do the right thing.
Yeah, I'll try my best to be kind with others. Yeah, I am kind with others, but not my siblings that much because they are siblings, and siblings are
Yeah,
siblings.
right. Very true. Maybe that's a good rule. Maybe that's a rule that I will learn from my discussion with you is it's almost easier to be kind to strangers than it is to be kind to your own siblings.
Yeah.
This is my wife here. Her name is Ellen,
Hi, nice to
Hello,
meet you.
nice to meet you.
and she's a teacher.
Oh, she's a teacher. Wow,
Yes.
I love teachers a lot. I always wanted to learn, so I finally got a teacher.
That's great. Yeah, I followed my son in his school, and I wanted to understand what he was learning so we could talk together. And uh, he loved having me there, so I became a real teacher. I'm
Wow,
retired now, but
wow.
it's taught me to be kind to all students, even when they are misbehaving, because there's usually a reason for that. And that is the other half of the job, is just not teaching, but to always listen to your students. And maybe you will learn something good for your heart.
Oh, thank you so much. You're so cute.
Oh,
Oh, thank you. All
Thank
right,
you.
I'll step aside.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So do you have, if I want to ask, if you don't mind that, do you have kids?
yes. We have one son, and our son is 33 years old, and he lives in Oregon, which is another state. As you probably know, the U.S. has 50 states, and that's how just like in Pakistan, you say you have Balistan and you have this and you have that. It's the same here. So Oregon is a state that's close by, and so it is about a 7 hour drive from our house to go to his house. And he is a psychologist. So while I study rocks, he studies people and the way they feel.
Oh, psychologist, I
Yeah.
really meant I like psychologists in the way because my sibling needs psychologists. It is
Yeah.
because
Oh, your sibling is a psychologist.
no,
Oh, how interesting.
my siblings
No.
no, my siblings are I'm 13 and my siblings are like under 15, all my siblings. So
Oh,
I
they're all young.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean is that my sibling needs psychologists, I think.
Oh, they need a
But
psychologist.
yeah, yeah, they do.
Okay. Yeah, so one of my siblings needs a psychologist too. Yeah,
Oh, wow,
yeah,
interesting. So, like
yeah.
you also have five with your siblings or something like this. You're
I have four siblings. Yeah,
you have four siblings.
I
Wow,
am one of
interesting.
four siblings. So I have two sisters and one brother.
And wanna ask mine, how much siblings I do I have?
What's that?
I said I have siblings. I have two sisters and three
Uh,
brothers. So you can understand.
oh, okay, okay,
Okay.
good.
So I need to ask you that uh,
Mhm.
it's a question that how do you stay positive and motivated when things go tough because your work is so tough. So yeah.
Right. Most of the time when we go to look for a gold deposit, most of the time um, we don't actually find one. We might find a little bit of gold, but there's not enough, or it's not rich enough to make a mine. So then you have to go to the next spot and the next spot. And I think that the thing is, what I have to tell myself a lot of times, and not just in work, but also if I'm trying to say, I like to climb mountains. And if I'm trying to climb a mountain, sometimes I'll try to climb the same mountain 2 or 3 times and I can't make it because it's too far or the weather is bad or it gets dark. And so you have to say, okay, well, I have to try again. I need to try again until I accomplish my goal. And that kind of you have to motivate yourself all the time to say, even though this is hard, I need to accomplish the goal, and not just for the money, say for finding a gold deposit, or not just for the being able to say that you climbed a mountain. You want to be able to um, get stronger, and that's what we try to do all the time in life is to try to get stronger and try to because the stronger you are, the easier it is to be kind.
Wow, interesting. So, could you give me a second because none of my siblings are here and my parents are not here and my grandma just came to my house and she's like vomiting. So I need to go. Can I go for a second?
So you need to go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just need a
Yeah.
second because she's calling me again and again. I don't know what is
Okay.
happening. So
So make sure that your recording worked
yeah, yeah,
because I didn't
my
realize I only hit the
yeah,
okay
it
button.
is recording.
Did you record the
So
whole thing?
yeah, it
Okay.
is recording. So you
If you
just give
need
me.
if you need to record anything else, then we could schedule another Zoom call
Uh,
anytime. You're welcome. Okay.
Yeah, so our interview is really about to end. So I'll give intro. So
Okay.
yeah, so Daniel, yeah. So Daniel, thank you so much for your time and this interview, and I really enjoyed. I will
Mm,
learn a
I did
lot
too.
from you and from your
Uh-huh.
wife too. I see her; she's so beautiful. It's my first
Oh,
time seeing people like a woman, and
yeah.
she's so gorgeous and so beautiful. And
Oh,
I will learn
thank you.
from you and your care and everything. Thank you so much for your time,
Hmm.
giving me this time. Thank you so much. And everyone, thank you so much too. This was Future Justice Talks.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Allah
Mhm.
Hafiz.
Okay. I really, really enjoyed meeting you, and you take care now.
Thank
Bye
you
bye.
so much. Take care. Bye bye.